So this is the thing, right? Every time I leave the house, something goes wrong. I love this job. I love this job to pieces. It's the best job in the world. I love coming out and I love going and chatting to people. This is a social interaction I'm good at. I'm not very good at other social interactions off stage. And especially like when you get into it. Do you know when you go to a shop or you go to a hotel or something and you end up having to fucking complain? I hate that. You know, when you're like, oh, I don't really know. Right, because a couple of weeks ago, I'd managed to fuck up my diary. So I was in Crieff, which is an hour north of Edinburgh, at the Crieff Comedy Festival. Why they didn't call it Good Crieff, I've no fucking idea, right? Then on the Saturday, I had to go to Worcester to do a podcast with Ed Miliband. Lovely, taller than you'd expect. All anyone ever wants to know about celebrities, isn't it? Were they lovely? Yeah, they were. Oh, that's good. Were they taller than you expect? Yeah, they were. Oh. Basically, everyone I've ever met who's famous, it's always been like that. Tom Cruise, yeah, he's lovely. He's taller than you'd expect. Is he? Oh, right, okay. What about Peter Capaldi? Yeah, he's lovely. Taller than you'd expect. Really? Oh, right, okay. Even Warwick Davis, he's lovely and taller than you'd expect. And so I've gone and done this gig in the afternoon, and then I'm in Birmingham in the evening, and I've got to go down to Brighton, and then I've got to go and drive back up to Edinburgh the next day. I've really fucked my diary up, right? So I've got 2 hours to get some sleep in Edinburgh. In Birmingham. And I go to the hotel, and I was like, right, I've got 2 hours, got to make this count. So I got into bed and went straight onto Twitter for an hour and a half. I went, no, you fucked this, you're going to have to get some sleep. So I went to go to sleep, I went to turn the pillow over, and it was one of these little velvet pillows. It's one of these hotels that likes to think it's a bit posher than it is, and they've tried to make it look a bit better by putting velvet pillows in there. I was like, well, this is already a bit shit, and went to turn it over, and realised that the other side of it was absolutely covered in dried semen. Yeah, exactly. How the fuck do you pitch your level of anger to deal with that? Like, I was so completely freaked out. I was like, I don't even know what to do. Like, how angry are you allowed to be about it? So I phoned up my partner, right, and she gets on the phone. She, obviously, if you've not looked at me. Come on, I've been on this stage 5 minutes. That's not a surprise to anyone in this audience. I've been doing this 16 years. There's never anyone sat there going, she's a lesbian. Fuck off. Fuck off! God, it's always the last one you expect, isn't it? Like, I know what I look like. I've seen this haircut. I never asked for it. That's the strangest fucking thing. Never gone to my hairdresser. Made me look like a fat Justin Bieber. Just what happens, right? And so I phoned her up and I was like, I'm really freaking out. I'm going to need your help. And she went, oh, I'm just sitting down to dinner. What can I do? And I went, nothing. There's fuck all you can do right now. I'm going to have to go and complain about this on my own. So I'm stood there looking at it going, I don't even, like, do I take it down to the front desk? The fuck do I, like, I ended up getting a pair of coat hangers. I was like trying to pick it up, going, no, I can't carry it like that. Fuck that, right? I'm just going to take a photograph of it and I'm going to go down to the front desk and then if she demands any evidence, I'll show her the photograph and that'll be fine. And I went down to the front desk and tried really hard to sort of come across as quite confident without being confrontational and went, can I get a different room, please? And she went, what seems to be the problem with the room you're in? And I was like, one of the pillows in my room was absolutely covered in dried semen. And she went, huh? I don't care how long you've been working in the hotel industry, right? You have to pretend that that is a surprise. When someone says that to you, you can't act like they're the one who's being weird. Oh, you want one without spunky pillows? Should have said when you came in. And she was like looking through and she went, right, well, the room next door to the one you're in is free. Do you want that one? I was like, oh, I don't know. Is there spunk on those pillows as well? She went, I don't know, but I can send someone to check. I was like, yeah, if you would, that'd be a fucking good idea, really, if we're honest about this. She went, anyway, it probably isn't. It's probably just dribble. Yeah, how is that better? That is not better, is it? Like, just dribble. Like, for fuck's sake, like, only if the person who had the room before me had been drinking spunk.